everybody to the HolloTalk podcast. This is Jetpack Nick, and I'm here with a very special guest today, my guy, Tyreece Powell. Say what's up to the people.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Now, hopefully everybody feeling good, man. You know, we all blessed. We got up this morning, we feeling good. But yeah, man, I'm happy to have you on, man. I'm happy to have you on the HolloTalk podcast. Welcome.
Glad to be here, man. Appreciate that.
For sure, man. Listen, we got some projects we've been working on, but the people gonna find out probably in this episode. So we're gonna get into it. But before that, can you let the people know who you are, what you're about, and what you do?
Absolutely, yeah. So Tyreece Powell, you call me Film Picasso, business owner, got a production company called 2/3 Films. I'm a producer, I'm a professor, I teach video, TV production, and educator. So I've been teaching in the school district and then teaching in general since like 2015. Once I graduated, finished up undergrad at Lincoln University.
Okay.
Yeah, film and media, TV. That's my life. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess you could say it's mine too, right? We kind of
Yeah.
we doing the production right now. No, okay. So I'm interested to know, like, how did you get started in film, television, teaching, the whole nine?
Yeah, so I got my first start. First time I picked up a camera was 2006. So
Okay.
once I finished 8th grade, and a little bit before then, I was trying to find jobs. You know, I was just like a young teenager trying to get like some type of youth employment. And the school district would give out those little cards, those work cards,
Right.
so you can work. I did everything I had to do, and I was a part of this community center called the Honickman Learning Center. When I was at Honickman, they got us doing resumes. They just a lot of development. You know what I mean? Just youth development, getting us where we needed to be. And they offered and told me about an opportunity to do a program at the art museum. I didn't know much. They just said, "Hey, photography program at the art museum. You're gonna get paid to take pictures." I'm like, "What? Photographer? You know, I'm a kid. Like cameras? Yeah, cool." And that's the first time I picked up a camera, not a video camera, but we were taking stills and they were teaching us about composition and stuff. I wish I paid more attention now in hindsight, because like I feel like it'll help with people asking for certain services. Like, yo, can I get a video? But also, do you do photography? And I'm like, well, I'm not really a photographer. You know what I mean? I can take good pictures, but if I'd have paid more attention, it would have been better. But 2006, first time I picked up a regular camera, and then from 07, 08, and 09, similar partnership, but I got the opportunity to work with Big Picture Alliance, a great nonprofit in Philadelphia, which I work for. One of the places I work for now. It was a film program. You know, they taught the youth how to do film production. So from script to screen, you know, that was my first opportunity. I was acting more so I can't say that I was a heavy behind the scenes director / camera operator, but I did operate the camera a little bit, and I was, in front of the camera a lot. So I was able to be a part of some short films early on.
Okay. So let's talk about Big Picture Alliance, because this was something that I was working with, alongside you. For the people who don't know, but they'll definitely find out once everything gets in motion. But again, for the people who don't know, can you kind of talk to them about what Big Picture Alliance is and what they do?
Yeah, Big Picture Alliance is a great opportunity. We were just talking about like the founding date, but I was a part of BPA in 07. That was my first year, and they were already around a few years before that. So I don't want to say the wrong year, but it could have been as early as like 2000, 2001, 2002. But it's a nonprofit. What they do is they work in the community. They work closely with the community. They go into schools, community centers. They do a lot of different partnerships. And pretty much they teach the youth how to use cameras, how to film, how to go from script to screen, documentaries, personal films, all types of visuals. And they give the students the skills that they need to get it done. When I was a part of it, it was a partnership between Tyre, Puerto Riqueño, Up Lehigh, the Art Museum, Delphi Team Media Program. They put it all together, and they had maybe like a group of 12 students, and they taught us about film production, and we produced a bunch of short films, from personal films that we made by ourselves to like group films. Great opportunity, great organization.
Okay. And had they always been in the Philadelphia area, or are they located? Are they located anywhere else?
No, just Philly right now.
Okay.
Just Philly. A lot of even if you check the website, they tell you how many students have been served, how many video projects, how many awards. It's a big deal. They've been doing a lot. I give them a lot of credit. So just me being a filmmaker in general, even though I was a part of a lot of nonprofits But I can say that first time I picked up a video camera and was a part of a production was with BPA. You know, I can't give that credit to any other organization.
No, right. I mean, I can kind of share the same sentiment too. You know, being at my first, I guess I could say it, right? My first my first time being in a film as an actor was, you know, through Big Picture Alliance. You know, shouts out to the great people of Big Picture Alliance for even, you know, bless me with that opportunity to be a part of something so wonderful and to be a part of a wonderful team, you know, such as, you know, being on the same team with you and the rest of the crew.
Yeah, now we had a great team, you know, and I'm excited. You know, it was the first film I was a part of, first film I produced with a budget, big team, a lot of professionals,
Really?
people that's been in the field, you know, for years. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I've done a lot of different films and a lot of different projects, but this, you know, you can say back in 07, 08, 09, when I was working with BPA as a student, there was a budget because the instructors had to get paid and the students
Mm-hmm.
did get paid. It was some funding, you know, but no one said, "Hey, we got this amount of thousands of dollars for your film. Let's make it happen." This, you know, so this was like a different type of thing. And even me personally, my short film, you know, I was a producer, director, you know, DP. I was doing everything. You know, I had a team of people that was willing to help out, people that with different skill sets, but I didn't say, "Hey, okay, I got 10,000 for this film. Let me make it work." It was like, "Okay, I got to do this film. Whatever I need, I'll pay for. You know, whatever I don't have, I can try to get." You know, it was that type of thing, and just put it together. Real independent as they come.
Right. All right. So I'm again, like I said, I know I'm, you know, telling you that I'm curious about these things, but that's because I really am. I'm very curious to know, you know, for somebody like such as yourself who has played many different roles in the film industry and things of that nature, like what do you feel as though you thrive in the most as an actor, producer, writer, etc.?
That's a good question. It's hard to say honestly because I do feel like I'm a good actor. You know what I mean? I feel
Mm,
like, you know, I feel like with my background and things and positions and situations I've been in my life, you have to act a little bit. Like I don't like to put the mask on and fake it. You know what I mean? I want to be myself, but there's a bit of, you know, acting according to like your environment. You know what I mean? Depending on the environment, you know, you act a certain way. So with that being said, you do put different masks on, like with your family, with work, how you are with students, how you are with friends. But I feel like I am a good actor. You know what I mean? I think I got it. I swear I was good when I was younger. But I wanted to be talented, but at some point I was like, you know what? Let me not. I felt I want to say I was in love with being in front of the camera, and then once I got older and I realized how things work and all the attention and scrutiny that you face, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I don't want this type of energy. So I decided let me get behind the scenes more so.
mhm.
But I'm a really good editor. I feel like I'm pretty good with the camera. Maybe I'm a better editor than I am with the camera. But then again, directing this tough. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know yet.
Hey, jack of all trades. I get it.
Yeah, but I don't want to be. I want to be like a master at something. You know what I mean? I don't
Hmm.
want to be like okay at everything. I really want to be like, yo, this person is excellent. He's
What
advanced.
do you want to be excellent at?
I want to be an excellent editor. I do want to be excellent in advanced operating the camera, which it depends on who you ask. I am really good. I am really good. I know I'm not basic at all. You
No,
know,
right, right.
but even though I want to be excellent at operating the camera and excellent at editing, also want to be like I want to be like an amazing director in general. Like I just want to be hands down. Like yo, this person knows what he wants and he gets it. But then again, at some point I want to fall back and like I was the producer for this film. I want to kind of just put things together and let it happen. You know, so like 50, how 50 operates his shows. I don't mind maybe directing the episode. I don't mind having a budget to executive produce something that goes really well. I don't mind producing some episodes. I don't even mind acting in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I like how 50. I like how 50 Cent's route has been when it comes to TV shows.
Yeah, I mean, 50's been killing the game. You know, Power's been my favorite show since it aired on TV.
50.
But I listen, man. I gotta take my hats off to the guy, man. You know, he really put it together.
Yeah, did he? Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. Like, you know, it was like, dang, you know, 50 was 50. Now, you know, your moment comes and goes, you know,
Yeah,
but he was able to get it back, you know, in a different field, you know, and then when he drops his music down,
absolutely.
it's kind of like, all right, cool, 50 got something. But it's not solely like depending on is this album the best, you know, out of the compared to his peers. It's like, you know, it's like, all right, cool, you got music too, but his show was all that.
No, right.
Yeah, his songs, his singles been pretty good. You know what I mean? Singles been pretty good. I can't argue with it, but it's not Give It to That Trying or The Massacre anymore. You know what I mean?
All right, listen, I understand, but when you killing the game like he is, I mean, shit, he got what he got, four or five shows in rotation. Like
You don't need an album right
you
now.
don't need an album.
Wait, maybe we do. I don't know. Maybe we do need
Who
an album.
knows? I mean, if he in a musical space where you know he could put something together that's classic worthy, I would take it.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if he coming out with like 12 tracks, 10 tracks. You know what I mean? I'm gonna listen to all of them and see if he got any bangers. But you know, sometimes when you listen to certain artists, you know what you're looking for. Like I'm looking for joints, but then 50 was rich. He was rich so long. You know what I mean? It's like how gangster can you still be after all these years of being rich, right? Like you just a super gangster after 20 years of being rich.
Hey, listen, it's 50 Cent. I can't put nothing past the guy.
Right.
You feel me?
You know, act like you're a little gangster, don't he?
Hey, come on now, it's 50.
Yeah, it's 50. Right.
All right, so like let's transition back into just talking about the whole film thing. Me personally, right? Working on the film, it was a different experience for me because my background is drama, stage, and things like that. Being on film was never anything that I've done, and on top of that, I was never. Well, I ain't gonna say never, but in the beginning, I was like stage crew. Like I did, I did a lot of crew work. Yeah, yeah. But then I transitioned into being on stage. Later in my college career, because in college is when I did and I did acting, I did drama club, and we did stage plays and things of that sort. When I transitioned over to the acting part, it was like a revelation, if you will. Like it was like, yo, I was meant to do this in some kind of way, or just like be in front of the camera portraying art and creating my own art at that. So then when I got on the film, I kind of was nervous about the whole experience, just like see what was similar, see what was different. I mean, everything in film and things like that, blocking and all that stuff I was familiar with, but I just wasn't sure like my place, not only being an actor in a film, but being the lead actor in a film.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy. I think it's easier. I think being on set doing the film is easier than doing the play or being on stage.
I mean, I feel like it was to some degree, but I don't know. Like I don't know. I guess it depends on who you are as a person, because like when you do stage, it's live. Like you're in front of people. Yeah, you gotta nail it. It's no editing to go with it or nothing like that. So I think having that experience in the beginning, like as my first acting experience and things of that sort, it made it easier. Like you just said, it's easier being on film. It made it easier for me to be on film and be in front of y'all and play the role I was supposed to play and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I always look at it like, hey, if you gotta, like you said, if you gotta nail it and it's live, no mess ups and nothing. I mean, you can mess up. The only thing that will be easy in my mind is if you mess up, you just keep going, right?
For sure.
There's no, all right, take 10, take 12, take 20. You know what I mean? It's like you can say in that regard, it's easier because you can just get through it. You know what I mean? But if you can go live and not mess up, if you're on set, you should be no like, well, I can mess up and go again. Like that, in my mind, it's like that should
right.
Be, yeah.
No, look, I mean, like I said, being on film for the first time, like it was just a new experience, and coming in, because I like I said, I was a late addition too. Like I think I might have been the last person casted for the film, but coming in late, only having one rehearsal, having a very, very limited amount of time to, ingratiate myself with the rest of the cast and crew and everything, and only shooting for 2 days. I think I did a pretty good job as far as making my mark and an impact on not only the film, but just the people involved in the film, which brought us right here to this point.
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, you did a great job. You know what I'm saying? You did good, and as far as like how the whole setup was, we tried to make sure that we had more action than dialogue. We wanted to see more things and it just be a bunch of talking. I think Nasha did a great job with that. You know, we were in pre-production for months. You know what I mean? Nasha been working on this film for like 2 years now, or so, like you just mentioned. You know, so but you, from what I saw, you did a great job. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell if you didn't tell me this was your first drink. I'd have just assumed that okay, you doing like your your 5th, 6th, 7th drink. Your partner in the film, Jennifer, like she's well seasoned. She's been doing it for a while too.
Yeah, shouts out to her because her being the my co-star, it was easy to live up to her skill level. Like she made sure that everything was cool. We went over the script and she made me feel like, all right, there's nothing to be stressed out about. If anything,
she made you feel good.
Yeah, like if anything, she was like, I ain't gonna hold you. I got a lot of experience too, but I'm kind of nervous. Like, so that made me feel like, all right, like even though she got all this experience, she kind of nervous too. So this ain't nothing. Like now I gotta be the one to act like, all right, this ain't nothing. Like let me be good so everybody else could kind of be confident as well.
Exactly. I'm trying to think who said, somebody was like, I still get nervous when I hop on stage 20 years in the game. You know what I mean? So it's like, if somebody with that much experience or that amount of experience can say they're still nervous when they do gigs, when they hop on stage, then you shouldn't, you know what I mean? So
right. It, like I said, it made it easy. And on top of that, like just having like the dialogue that I had with the cast and crew, like in between takes or like, before we started recording and everything, I think that also made everything easier too, because I want to say maybe 3 of us didn't have any film experience or very little film experience. So like going on.
It was
right.
It was one more person.
So going on set, it's like, all right, at least I'm not the only one that doesn't necessarily know what's about to happen. What I do know is that I'm working with a great crew and they believed in me enough to cast me. So obviously they see something in me that I may not see it myself. So let me, go over the script real quick, make sure I got my lines right, and then just trust the process moving forward. Like as much as they feel like I got them, I got to feel the same way about them having my back as well, which y'all did.
Yeah, no, for sure. You got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Like even some of our favorite films, you look at some of the actors like, oh, wait, this was his first joint, or this is her first joint. Sometimes I'm surprised. I'm like, wait, that was your first joint? But you got to start somewhere, right? You have to. You can't. It's not poof. I got 10 now. I start like, no, something is going to be a first. Something is going to be a first short film. Something is going to be a first feature. Something is going to be a first stage play. You know what I mean? Something's going to be a first opportunity as a producer, director. Something might be a first opportunity editing the film, but you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
And it was dope too, because like I do the pod, so like I have different conversations about just life and like what we want to do and things like that. And maybe like a few episodes, like I definitely talked to a few different people, and I was like, yo, I really, really want to get back into the acting thing. And lo and behold, Naja hit me up and was like, you interested in acting? I'm like,
that's love.
I am.
Oh wow, that's love.
And then I'm lo and behold, I'm in my first film.
No, I just told her today. I said, yo, listen, when you got your next drink, I want to roll. I want to roll. It was funny. I was just sipping my little coffee, whatever that. What's her name? Lita, who played
Genesis.
Genesis definitely put salt in my coffee.
She did.
So why she put salt in my coffee though? Yo, I'm like, yo. And she like, drink it. It don't taste that bad. Like, bro, why she put salt? I'm drinking this coffee.
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know if she did it on purpose because it was sitting next to the sugar and she just picked it up and did whatever. Or maybe she did do it on purpose. I don't know. I just
yeah, well, at least they they topped off the cup and gave it a little bit more coffee, But I'm just like, I'm sipping this coffee. I'm nervous not having no lines. I'm just like, oh, am I sipping it right?
Really? You was nervous?
And I got glasses on because I'm like, I don't want to be the person that, mind you, all these people here and we on set. I don't want to be the person that mess up anything. No one wants to be that guy. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. But like we all felt like that though. And like I ain't gonna hold you. So like when we first like came on set for the first day, like I felt like I was hit with like a wave of like anxiety and nervousness because like I said, this is my first time on a film set, and on top of that, I'm the lead. So everybody kind of looking at me like, all right, you the one, let's
Oh,
go.
down,
Like,
yeah.
right. So I think we all kind of felt like, oh shit, like the pressure's on now. And I at least for me, I didn't know we was actually going to be doing it in front of like real patrons in the restaurant
Yeah.
and everything. So I'm like, oh shit, like
Nah,
they
see,
got real life people
it
right
look,
here. Like
I mean, if somebody pop in that you know, and it's like, oh, then you're gonna be nervous. Like, dang, this person I went to school with here, or my old teacher here, or somebody in my family here. You know what I mean? It wasn't that bad. Most of those people, they were pretty happy. Like, hey, we doing a movie? Can I get it?
right.
You know, like, can I get closer? Yeah, cut me a check. I should have walked up. Give me $100. I got you. Sign this paper.
No, yeah, but it was dope though. Like once we kind of got over the nerves and everything, and we got further in the day, and we shot a few scenes. It was like, all right, this shit not that bad. Like,
Yeah,
looking at the script, all right, we got a few lines. We ain't got too many lines to really remember. Like, the actions are cool. Like, I know what I'm doing, and then it's like I trust my guys and my girls. Like, we good. Like,
yeah.
I trust that we all gonna have each other back. And like once we got towards the end of the day, it was like, oh, this ain't nothing. And then the second day, like I was, if anything, I mean, you know the story, and you know what was going on, so you would think the second day I would be more nervous. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, less people, more of a controlled environment. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
easier.
I'm talking about the story though. What was in the story. Like,
Oh, that part.
yeah, I'm like, damn, I would be more nervous like for that. But to be honest with you, I wasn't even nervous. Like after the first day, I'm like, oh, this is nothing.
I was about to ask,
Especially, talking to the crew. I'm like, we good.
how was it like? How was it flirting on camera? Like, was you just? I didn't catch everything. Like they said, y'all was getting spicy in there.
Nah.
How like what did I miss? Because I didn't, like
I
back to the
mean,
crib.
I don't know. I don't know. It was like I guess they was just kind of going with the script was saying, because I was just reading the lines, bro. Like
There was a part in the line that was saying something like, "You trying to go back to the crib or something?"
oh no, that was
Did it? I mean,
no, that was some improv like that we was just doing at the end.
What you say?
That's G14 classified. Yeah.
I just was curious because I missed it. I came back in at the end. Y'all was just looking at each other.
No, but no, like after that, it was just like improv. Like we was just kind of because they was like just extend the scene a little bit, So Jennifer like started the improv, and then I would just respond to what she said.
Okay,
so,
you were responding. So
yeah.
Did you have any fear of like how like with Me Too and all that, and just being careful not to like do too much? Did you ever have that concern? Like, yo, let me make sure I don't do anything that's too much that can come off the wrong way. You ever think?
No, not. I wouldn't say so, but then again, like I knew that I wasn't on no type time to where that would be the. You know what I mean? I was just there to do a job. You feel me? Like. Right. I was going to do my job or whatever. This, the script said what it said. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like, I'm good with it.
In the back of your head, you're like, all right, even when it comes to this scene right here, I got to make sure that I don't like do too much, or just make sure that this person feels comfortable with, like, you never.
No, yeah, but see, but that though, right? So like the comfortability of things, like that's when the communication kind of comes into play. Like not everybody's going to go on set. At least this is just from what I've seen my one film experience, right? But not everybody's gonna come on set and chop it up with the cast and crew. Like some people be super introverted. It's like, all right, like y'all do what y'all doing over here. I'm just gonna read my lines and I'm just gonna do my part.
Then when y'all call me again, I get out.
Right. You feel me? And then some people like such as myself, I'm like, all right, like I'm stepping to the cast and crew, learning who everybody is, learning what they do. They part in the film. Like with the rest of the cast, we going over lines and actions and all that. Lucky for me, I was able to like, sit and talk with her and, kind of just go over everything and be like, yo, like how you feel about, this, that, and the third, or, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous. It's my first experience. Like, what's some advice you could give me? So going into it, we was already kind of on the same page, at least from what
Yeah,
I thought. So it was just easy to just
not
go in there and
before.
just act out what we were supposed to act out.
That's cool. Your favorite color, blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. The New York and the Pittsburgh. You like New York and Pittsburgh?
so I'm a Yankee fan. Like I'm a Yankee fan for sure. Why?
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know.
Same
A
reason that
lot of
somebody
reasons.
would like the Lakers or the Celtics
Nah. Like
or Patriots.
no, hell no, not Jim. But I like the Yankees because of Jeter and A-Rod.
Yeah,
Like I was watching, like, baseball was always my favorite sport. So like growing up, like they was just the guys, and I just happened to
because you said you
stick with
played
them.
baseball. You did say you
Yeah.
played baseball, and your brother played basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, my brothers played basketball and football, and I played baseball and I ran track.
Okay, now I respect that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but as far as the film thing is concerned, yeah, I didn't think anything about that because, like I said, I had those conversations with the cast and the crew, and I was like, all right, everything seems copacetic, like we good. Let's just go act it out now.
So what if you had a co-star that was like the opposite of me too, but that would be like on you and make you uncomfortable? Like, how would you handle something like that?
These are
Like
great
maybe
questions.
I'm one to touching and like,
These are
oh,
these are great questions.
Mhm.
um, I honestly don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think again that would have to be like some kind of dialogue, like, all right, I'm feeling this way, I'm feeling that way, or
Run
oh,
right up to you, boom, let me get that.
yeah, I mean that would be wild. Like anything super duper excessive, like, that's not a part of the script or the story or anything like that, especially if it's already, conveyed that, yo, come on, like, then I don't know, like it's out of my hands at that point. But I just feel like as long as you convey what's going on and your comfortability level of things, then I think you'll be cool. But if they go further than that after you conveyed it, then it's like, all right, the fame is out my hands. Like, I did my part. Like, I told you, nah, chill. You still going crazy. Like, producer, where you at? Director, come here.
Can you tell her to stop trying to grab my? She's reaching for the jump, man. I mean, hey, some people probably like it, but some people probably be
All
professional.
right. I mean, you know what it is. Like, it depends on who
The
the person is doing it.
the vibes. I mean, yeah, I'm leaving it at
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Yeah, right.
I respect that.
Yeah, man. I mean, but that's essentially that. But like the whole vibe was just amazing though. Like with everybody, man. I'm just happy that we was able to, shoot this film and really bring it to life the way that Naja really thought it. Like we really brought her vision to life, I hope.
No, we did. She was ecstatic. She was excited. She was happy, satisfied. Like I said, we had a lot of good people out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even though like we had our AC, what's it, Mike? Yeah, Michael,
Mm.
Michael from out New York, um, Leslie, on the audio, everybody that came down to help. Like these are some solid people, and then even our teaching artists, what Eli, Gianna, and myself,
Mm.
we're all skilled in the field, so it would have been amazing regardless. But
Shouts out to y'all, man. I ain't gonna hold you. The teacher are you and G, man. Yeah, y'all the two that really made like my experience like easy. Like y'all the two that calm my nerves a whole lot. Just talking to you, you being you joking, with
yeah,
everybody on set.
y'all
You know,
chill.
you know what I'm saying? Like everything was
Yeah.
easy when I was talking to y'all. Y'all made it very, very easy for all of us.
That's the vibes. That's what we do. You know what I mean? We at this point, like I said, I've been teaching since I graduated 2015. So just trying to be able to work with different people, work with different personalities, make people feel comfortable, make people laugh if you can. You know what I'm saying? Just that's our thing. And even with the experience with the teaching artists, it's kind of newer to them. Just being a teacher in a teaching role, we've had experience in like about a year so far to work with different students from different walks of life, young adults from middle school students, you know what I mean? So just the experience is working with people, making people feel comfortable. That's our thing. Making people feel at home, you know what I mean? Once we get
Absolutely.
in, we family, that's how we carry it.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. I mean, shit, I could second that, just given my one experience, working with y'all, which I wish I could do it more, but, maybe down the line we can make something happen.
yeah, no, you got to stay around, like for sure. You got
I'm
to stay around.
around. I'm
So, yeah,
around.
stay around. I mean, I wish we met you a year earlier,
Yeah.
but I think you possibly would have some time, to rock out for a year. Your birthday is in February.
Yeah, February. Yeah.
My birthday in February too. Yeah, you
All right.
see if you hit that age after it's like I'm already here, so
Yeah.
you can't kick me out. Some good opportunities. You got to hit the website, see what they got, reach
No,
out to
absolutely.
people. What opportunity do you have? Because I'm trying to do this. You'll
Yeah.
probably have to be forced to make some documentaries too, but you'll still have opportunity to film. Because Film Futures is a new program. You know what I mean? We got a lot of people invested in making it a success, and so far it is.
No, yeah, for sure. I appreciate that, man. I want to transition into the teaching aspect of your life. So, what exactly do you teach, and where have you taught, or do you teach currently?
Oh man, sheesh. That's so I graduated in 2015
Hmm.
and May. I was doing some little not odd jobs, pretty solid, but odd jobs in between. I call it odd because it wasn't in my field.
Right.
I was leasing apartments, and then I was uh, working at the art museum, like kind of full circle. Every program I was a part of when I was a youth, I made some money with them in the future
Hmm.
as an adult. But so leasing apartments, working at the art museum, making $10 an hour. I was just talking about this. $10 an hour. Whoa. I just graduated. I mean, I got a degree. I gotta get $10, but I was fortunate enough to get with Channel 12 WHYY by August. So I was in my field, and that job we were was it associate instructors, but they had me going to different schools in the city. They had me at one of my first schools was Academy at Palumbo. It was McCall. So I went to Academy at Palumbo. Like
Okay.
yeah, that's my alma mater. McCall Middle School, Amy Amy at St. Martin, something like that. That's a middle school. I was at Fayetteville. I remember I went to I think was it Kensington Kappa, one of them schools. What else? I was at a lot of different schools. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm really trying to think of all the schools I went to before I started teaching full time. I feel like I had another one, but I'll leave it there. A lot of different schools in the city. We pretty much did outreach and we built up a media program.
Right.
I left WHYY and Philly Cam in 2018, and I became a full-time teacher at Overbrook High School.
Okay.
Big time school. As far as the history, historically, they're big time historically. I mean, it's a great school now, but it has its challenges. And I feel like with the digital media program, they really just try to give a lot of resources to that school. I'm talking about a full studio. We got backdrops, green screen, white screen, all types of not a big budget for equipment, beautiful lab. It was just a good opportunity. So I was there for 2 years just trying to build up that program
Right.
in the school. We got a lot of work done, a lot of projects done. It was really impactful. I think the students, they learned a lot. It's one of the students I talk to often. He's at Link University now, my alma mater. Just got him an intern. Well, he earned himself the internship, but I just try to do what I can do to make sure it happened. Got an interview for Channel 12. Then Rowan University. I'm a professor at Rowan University. I was also teaching some editing classes at a Connecticut School of Broadcast in Cherry Hill.
Damn.
And I'm probably missing a few. So
yeah, I couldn't tell.
I'm missing a few. Frankfurt High School now, Harambe, the OIC. You know what I mean? So I've been able to work with a lot of students in the city. And like when you think about it, if I put the number of students that I've been able to work with, that I've been able to instruct, that are probably like, dang, wow, I've got to touch all those students. Like that's a lot. I do what I can do because like it was really important to have mentors for me, coming from the project. It's just like, you need, positive role models that's interested in what you're doing. You can ask them questions, pick their brain. I'm sure I was annoying, obnoxious, little youngin. But I made good with everything that they taught me. Can't nobody say I wasted my time with this guy.
Right.
I'm doing it now. So the way I carry, I just want to be. Because when I was a full-time teacher at Overbrook, it's like I got there when I was like 26, 27. So I wasn't quite old enough to be those students' parents, but I'm like, I'm not old enough to be a dad, you know what I'm saying? But, maybe a big brother or uncle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to give you the best game I can. I'll be real with you and I'll tell you how I did some things, and it's just some gems that you need in life. You know what I mean? Like I try to get the best game possible, and I think I was pretty effective.
Okay. So I really, really want to dive into just the whole idea of you being a young Black male teacher teaching young kids high school and also college, right?
Right. Yeah.
So for me, I'll just kind of like preface it by just giving like a story about my experience with teachers and professors. Like, even on the pod, I've had multiple professors from college come on the podcast and just talk about just the experience of one, just being a teacher of students, but also the relationships that they build with those students, just as far as like, I really play a big role in your life. And, some students such as myself, actually goes out of their way to build these relationships with these teachers and professors, because I'm spending years with these people, you feel me? And these people also have been in my shoes at some point in life. So why not, go further than what they teach you in the classroom? Yeah, there's a whole lot of game that can be given if you're looking in the right places or asking the right questions, which I've made a true effort to do over my schooling life. Yeah. So saying all to say, I want to know your experience, your stories about, just being like I said, a young Black male teacher, which is not that not that prominent and prevalent. Like is a whole lot of schools that lack you.
Coming up, my elementary school principal was Black. The first one was Miss Whistler. Miss Whistler was white. And then Salome Thomas L. He was a Black man. You remember it was a Bill O'Reilly episode when Dame Dash and Cameron talking to the principal. He said, "What did he say? You mad?
You mad? Yeah." Mm-hmm.
That was my principal. He was a good dude. He taught me how to play chess. He was strict sometimes when he had to. He suspended me a couple times. But as far as education though, and being a teacher, it was almost like when it happened, it was almost surreal to me. Like I didn't really know what networking was when I was networking back in the day, because like I told you, I was a part of these programs when I finished up 8th grade, and I had to talk to these people at the art museum. I had to talk to the mentors and instructors that was teaching me about photography and filmmaking. And I said the right things, I asked the right questions, and I think I carried myself well enough for them to give me opportunity. But I had to like a closed mouth wouldn't get fed,
Right.
So I had to ask them, and they definitely put me on. They gave me the opportunities, and the rest was up to me. Even when I reach out to them nowadays and I say, I really want to thank you so much for everything you did for me, they say, no, I mean, we do what we do, but it was up to you to take it and run with it and make something happen. But becoming a teacher was surreal. Like I felt like it would happen. I always would ask, even I continued to try to build relationships and networks. Hey, what's up? When you gonna hire me? Like when you gonna let me do this? When you gonna let me do that? And I'm young in high school. They say, you graduate. They say graduate, finish college, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I felt like I would always go to college and finish, but I didn't know I didn't really think it was, I don't know. It's like, I knew it was going to happen, but I was like, oh, is it really going to happen? I was always nervous. When I put myself in a position to do it, and when it happened, I'm like, I'm a teacher. It was like, this is crazy. I'm a teacher now. I'm telling people I was so excited, but it was like, it's levels though, because I was a teacher technically from 2015 to 2018. But when I got to Overbrook, I was a official full-time teacher for school district or for a school district of a city. So I was like, okay, now I'm a real teacher. And even when I started doing these editing classes, and I'm teaching something post high school, I'm like, okay, well, technically I'm a professor. But then when I got to Rowan, I'm like, okay, no, I'm actually a professor now. Students are calling me professor. Other professors are calling me professor. Like it feels good. But like the most important thing is just giving a game. You know what I mean? Like you're making a living, you're doing what's easy to you, you're doing what comes naturally because of like the field. So like I'm a filmmaker, I can edit, I can tell stories, I can put things together, so I can teach that. And even undergrad, I was in a position where the professor sometimes would say, "Hey, how would you do this, Tyreece? How would you do that?" So I can go in front of the class and say, "Okay, well, do this, do that, whatever." I could have been a little more humble undergrad when I was doing these things, but that gave me the fuel that I needed to say, I can do this. You know what I mean? I can do this. So, but like one of the most important things is just the game that you can give to the students. And I try to give the game that I needed, because sometimes students are lost. They just need someone to talk to. They need someone to
Seriously.
motivate them. They need someone to ask specific questions to that they can't ask their friends or a parent. You know what I mean? It's really important. I feel like if a majority of students had the type of mentorship that I had and the type of people that I had coming up, we'll have maybe a little less crime. We'll have less statistics, less people dying, less young people going to jail. So I just do my part to do as good as I can. Again, I'm a pretty organic person. After a while, it's like sometimes like, why do you reveal so much about yourself? You get around me for a few weeks and maybe a month or so. It's like you'll get to know the real me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm not going to go too crazy. Like, yeah, I did this, I did that, but you're gonna kind of get to know the real me. I'm as professional as I can be for the most part, and I am a good person, but you'll get to know the real me. And I feel like that type of those type of organic relationships that you build with students are important, because it's like I'm not presenting myself as some square that's disconnected and don't understand anything.
Right.
I'm me. I grew up where I grew up. I had the journey that I had. I dealt with what I dealt with. I had my hardships. I messed up. You know what I mean? Once I got to college, I messed up, and I got back on my feet and I finished strong. So just giving them realistic game, let them know like you can mess up. You can have a skill and not be as interested in all these classes. I didn't care about math. I mean,
Real talk.
I didn't care about math, reading, science. I like history, but Spanish, I didn't really care about these subjects, even though they are very important. I was a filmmaker. Cameras. I want to tell stories. I want to edit. You know what I mean? And at the time, my high school didn't have a program for these type of things. They do now. I came back and I built the program at my high school. And I don't want to like say like because of me they have this, but I was
Nah,
the person.
be proud of that. Be
I was
proud
the
of that.
person that was sent to my alma mater with equipment and said, okay, train these students, train some teachers, get them right. Now the rest is up to y'all. So we already got this going, some momentum going. So now we can do more to build up on the interest that the students have. But like it's just an honor to be in this position.
Okay, so two things. One, I like just this is just me personally. I can't tell you how much I appreciate like all of what you just said and how important it is for not just the people that's going like hear this, but just people in general to understand how important it is to have those figures in these institutions, like middle school, elementary school, high school, college, having teachers and professors that I don't want to say go above and beyond the job title, because the job title was to get us ready to be the best that we can be, but like take some time to kind of show a human side. Like, yeah, like I get it. You the person that's in the authority position. You're the teacher, the professor. I'm the student or whatever. But like show some kind of like empathic side. Like I
Yeah, no,
know I know that you've been there. So
Mhm.
talk to me about it.
Well, I might do it too much. Honestly, I think about sometimes I'm like, yo, did I say too much? Did I reveal too much? Did I let loose too much? And most people that's around me a lot, they can say, "Oh, Reese is a trip. Reese is funny guy." You know what I mean? I'm about my business. I can get serious.
Hmm.
I think I had so much like I don't want to say like pain, but I dealt with so many negative things in my life that at this point I prefer to laugh and crack jokes versus
Absolutely.
be upset all day. You know what I mean? I think back in the day it was a real disconnect between like students and teachers, as it should be. Like y'all kids, we adults. You know what I mean? So you don't really know nothing about
Hmm.
teachers' lives. I caught some things. I remember one time like one of my teachers gave a student like a Sex in the City tape. I'm like, wait, what you mean Sex in the City? I'm like, oh, this is a porno or something? Like, no, really though. I mean, I didn't know what Sex in the City was.
All
It's
right, right.
Sex in the City. I'm like, okay, what else could it be? But she gave one of the students a tape and they were like that. So I think depending on who you were, you'll build better relationships with teachers. But now with like social media and everything, I think students get to know teachers a little better. Me personally, like my core students, excuse me, my core students, because I had like students that were in my class for digital media, but I also had students that were just in the class for like advisory or something else. They're just in the class, you know, but it's not necessarily a digital media class.
Right.
I was with them every day for like, you know, 2 periods a day, and we had a lot of time to build. And I just gave them real game just to, you know, just like, hey, I felt chemistry in high school, or I didn't I only had honor roll once, so I didn't have the highest GPA, but I focused on what I was good on, and I made things happen. Like I wasn't the best student, you know, I got in trouble, I got suspended sometimes. Just giving them some of that humility, like just showing them that human side is like, yo, if I can do it, you can do it.
For
If I
sure.
can do it, you really can do it. I'm talking about like not the best, you know, student academically, you know what I mean? Not coming from the best uh background, you know, not having the most resources, but I put it together, you know what I mean? Like I fell, dusted myself off, got up, fell again, dust myself off again, got up, and now I'm here. You know what I mean? It's just like in my position, just everything I've been through, you know, I probably dodged some bullets, you know, in life, but I mean, I made it here, you know, hard work and dedication. You know, I really fell in love with my craft, and like I really enjoy it. You know, I get happy when I complete projects. You know, I get excited when I get to work on something new. You know what I mean? Some things really bring, just like filmmaking brings joy to my life, you know,
Yeah.
so let them know like I found something that I was in love with. So nowadays you got the students that do music. All right, cool. You don't like your work that much? Fine, but at least graduate. At
Mm-hmm.
least get your work done. At least communicate with your teachers. But if this is your passion, go all in. And if you don't, you know, get a deal or make it as big as you want, be a music teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Make a living and still create your art at a high level. It's your artist. You can do your art
Yeah.
until the day you die. You know what I mean? Like, even if I don't get to like a big studio, or I'm not, you don't ever see my name in the big credits at a movie theater, which I could rent out a movie theater and put my movie, see my credit.
Facts.
I can do
Facts.
that. Things it's different now. I don't need to be a part of Paramount Pictures or Tyler Perry Studios or do something with Steven Spielberg to sit in a movie theater and watch my film. You know, we can rent out a film, you get your production done and do it. So I'm just like, even if I don't get to the level that I want, I'm fine making a good living, living good, living comfortably. I got myself out the hood, and I'm okay with just doing my art at a high level and just build relationships with people who need the services, or even just work on my own projects. But I tell them, yo, the sky's the limit. But at a minimum, get done these small things that you. I'm
Yeah.
not, hey, yo, you got to go to college. No, just what you do. You need to finish high school at least at a minimum. Finish high
Mm-hmm.
school. College might not be for everyone, but just stay dedicated. Get the basics done, and then do your thing though. You know, I just try to get. I was giving them the best game I could. You know, and I know I was one of the thoroughest teachers some of these students will ever have in their life, because I'm one of them. You know, I'm
Right.
you know what I mean. Like I'm really regular dude. You know what I mean. Like I'm still regular. Like, you know what I mean? Like even how I live my life and my family, my friends, you know, at some point I think I might have to like completely try to leave some things alone, but you know, I'm a regular runaway guy. You know what I mean? I'm from runaway. I just made the best I could. I try to pull up my friends and family when I can. I try to be as humble as possible, because I understand how when you're in a certain situation, it's easy to perceive people as just like kind of shitting on you.
Yeah.
Never try to do that. You know, I'm all about the uplift. And if any of my old students still call me now, I'll give them some game. Or, hey, my stomach touching, my ribs touching. Hey, can you help me out? Sure. Because I know I used to, yo, can you help me out? Even though they said no, I know how
Mm-hmm.
happy I would have been if they did send that wire through and say,
Yep.
go get your halal platter. Dang, I get $5. Thank you. I'm about to go get me a little 4 for $4 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Those the small things count. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to like spotlight. That's what I'm trying to shed light on. Like, you don't gotta, go into your whole life story or nothing like that, but just to see that, yo, this person like actually cares about me as a person, not my name on the paper, not the grade that's next to it. Like they give a fuck about me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and again, like it's asking a lot for just one teacher to do it, but I'm not talking about just one. I'm talking about a collective. Like, you got 30, sometimes even more kids to a class with one teacher.
I never had 30, but I had like 24. I had 24 freshmen or like 24 sophomore. Pain in the ass, man. Like pain. I tell you, man. But it's the funny thing about being a teacher is some of your favorite students sometimes. I'm not the type that say, well, you failed in my class, I don't like you. Some of my favorite students were the hardest to work with.
Why is that?
They just because you see something in them that you can relate to, but you also, like, I had a student really funny. I could relate to him a little bit. Just a knucklehead, whatever. Didn't really get his work done as much. I really had to, like, yo, come on, get your work. I'm trying to give you. I need you to have these points. I don't want you to fail.
Yeah.
I mean, super cool. I give, I make sure it's okay. Give him rides home just so nothing happens. No funny business happens, whatever. But I don't know, because for me being, always felt like the underdog. For me being a student that I felt like people thought I was like a failure at some points, but it's weird because, like, I was so ambitious. It's kind of like, dang, Tyreece is on his grind doing this, but also Tyreece is such an asshole in class, or Tyreece doesn't really care, or is disrespectful to teachers. So it's like, when I look at how I was when I was younger, fighting, maybe disrespecting teachers sometimes, maybe not putting my best forward in classes, but also looking at how I became, successful and just making it out of a situation that I wanted to better myself from, to being an educator and really putting my best forward to give game, knowledge, resources to students. Like,
Right.
it's like night and day. It's like, because when they look at it like, oh wow, he was like this in school, but now look at him, he's a professor. That's amazing. So I look at the students who are like the problem children, and I say, well, like, wow, they could be a president one day. They can be a mayor, a council person. They can be great big things. It's just that, but they don't know it yet. You know what I mean? They can't tell, but they can be amazing. So when I look at students like that, it's like I try to give them a little more attention, just to be in their ear a little more, talk to them a little more, like push them a little more, because they need it. And you never know what type of advice or what push can push them right in that lane that's going to take them exactly where they need to be. You know what I mean?
And saying all that, I couldn't help but to think of this. Like, the two things that you never forget about people and how they affected your life is, one, how they treat you, and two, the best advice that you ever got from someone. So being in a position that you're in, like, it's like, yo, I really can affect all of these people in that way. Like 20 years from now, you might have students calling you, and like y'all still might be cool. They be like, yo, like, what's up, Mr. Powell? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
They still call me Powell too. I'm like, it's funny. Like,
that's
one of my
dope, man.
he's still Powell. I bumped into one of my students down at somewhere in Philly. Right, I'm on break. I'm walking with one of my coworkers. I see one of my students. I'm like, oh, yo, what's up? What's going on? We chopping it up. We talking, whatever. They about to get lunch. I said, let me get that for you. Boom, got get lunch for you. We chopping it up. I said, and then by the end of the conversation, I said, hey, take my number. And when he put the number in his phone and he dialed it, it said Powell. I'm like, it's hilarious. Like, so that was kind of cool. But it's like, I think they appreciated me. I did the best I could. I mean, it's not over as far as like coming back to high school, but getting out the trenches and making it out, being able to lay your head somewhere that's a little more comfortable, like, that means a lot. Like, my peace means a lot. I feel like I probably got PTSD just surviving the projects, like most of them probably. I think we all coming out that neighborhood. It's
absolutely.
Like, if somebody get killed on a block, or a couple people get killed on a block, you probably start walking down that block. Right? Somebody get killed in your building, in the front, in the back, in the steps, and in the hallway, but you still got to come back to this place every day.
That's real. That's real, like, psychological warfare.
Exactly. And this is your home. You got to keep coming back here. Maybe you don't think nothing of it, but it's doing something to you mentally. So
absolutely.
Hey, I forgot where I was going with that, but like, that's something I've been thinking about. Like, people deal with some things in their neighborhoods and they gotta come back to it, so I'm blessed now to get out of there. You know what I mean? And it feels better now, though. But when you gotta go, your daily routine puts you back in the environment where it seems similar to something where you made it past, it's kind of like a bummer. It's like, oh man, I want to do my best for these students, but I'm back in an environment that I've been trying to get away from. Even if I pop up in the hood every now and again, or I'm in a mixy situation, that's by choice. But if it's your job and you got to go somewhere every day, it's like a bummer. You know what I mean? So I think I'll come back at a certain point as far as like full-time high school teaching, maybe. But like, I'll prefer to do full-time, being like a full-time professor over like a high school, because high schools be mixy. There's a lot. There's a lot that comes with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I kind of want to go back to a conversation we was talking about, and you had mentioned, bringing some, some of the arts to the school,
Mhm.
and that had me thinking like my time in school. I don't think I had too many like creative classes. Like I may have had one music class or two at the most
I,
or whatever. It took me all the way to college to experience like drama club and things like that. And for me, like I've always thought of myself as a creative, but
Mhm.
it was hard for me to tap into it because I wasn't granted the resources to really tap into it and see what I was good at, what I wasn't good at, what I wanted to do, what I didn't want to do. But I always knew I just wanted to do it. So then when I got the chance to do it, I felt like I thrived at it. And as you've seen me on set, like I'm damn good at
yeah,
at what I'm
yeah.
doing, right?
I couldn't tell that's your first joint. I mean, but when you say stage play, it makes sense though.
No,
You
yeah,
did.
so like right, and but so for you, right, being that you did bring the creative arts to a school, how important do you feel it is to bring creative arts to every school or to allow kids an opportunity to be a part of the creative arts if they don't want to do math or science or whatever?
It's extremely important, honestly. Extremely. Like just thinking about it now, you just kind of like motivated me to do something. But when I was in high school, again, we didn't have any video programs. I don't think we had music programs. We had the current principal. I feel like she had a camera and she did photography sometimes, and she let students take pictures. Um, when I was in high school, but we didn't
Hmm.
have anything, so I would have to go to these nonprofits, and which was like a blessing in disguise. But I had to go elsewhere to get what I needed.
Right.
Okay, problem child, getting in some fights, disrespecting some teachers, not the best grades. I made honor roll one time, but obviously it's something not here that I need, So
Hmm.
if they had what I needed at the time, probably would have been way better. Saying that, I just feel like it's super important to have options for students. Have a music class that's not just making them sing, lift every voice and sing and other respectful.
Right.
Let them do some drill, some clean drill music. Let them rap, let them sing, let them do what they want. Let people art, let people paint with their hands with a paintbrush. Let people pick up a camera, let people edit, anything creative. Let people play sports. Let them do everything they have to do. I'm not saying that you have to let them slack on their grades. Let them know that if you want to do this, you really got to at least keep
Hmm.
up. But it's important to let people have different options. It's good for the students to have options because so many different occupations you can have in life, and the arts is one of them. You know what I mean? Maybe
Yes.
somebody wants to be a writer. Like just give them more than just the math, reading, science to look forward to every day. Am I really going to look forward to coming to school if I know I got algebra, then I got Spanish, I got things I don't care about?
Mm.
You can ask any teacher I ever had in high school. What type time was Tyreece on? What was he interested in? What did he tell you? I don't really care about this. I'm going to do my best. I don't care though. I'll do my best. I promise you. But I'm a filmmaker.
Facts.
I told y'all then, and that's the case now. I'm not a chemistry person. You give me an F in chemistry, you hurt my GPA, but I'm a filmmaker. I
That's a
teach people
fact.
production now. I got a production company now. So you gave me an F in chemistry, you did nothing for me. And there's no beef with that specific teacher. Cool person, I guess. I could have been a better student, but how can you help a student that's expressing to you that they have a love and a passion for something that's not offered at in school? Do you fail me in all my classes because this isn't my interest?
Yeah.
You find another way to help me, like my English teacher did, Dr. Bailey. Hey, you do videos, make a video for this project. Incorporate video production in this project, like my math teacher did. Make this video for me. I'll substitute it for some grades.
Hmm.
Do that. Be that type of mentor. Be that type of educator. You know what I mean? Be that type of teacher. So I just think we need more, and we have to really pay attention to how we can help students' lives and help their future by giving them what they need, giving them what they're interested in. Again, you need to
Yeah.
you need to know how to read and write.
No,
I
for
haven't
sure. That's
I
that's
haven't
that's fundamental though.
I haven't
So
used
definitely.
since I left high school.
Me neither.
I haven't used chemistry since I left high school, but I got an F in chemistry.
Is
What did you do for me but lower my chances of getting a scholarship?
exactly.
What did you do but lower my chances of getting into the college of my choice. You know what I mean? Like we really got to think about these things. And
yeah,
I'll have this conversation with this person face to face one day. I didn't last time because I was trying to be professional. You know, I had a job to do, so it wasn't like, yo, like, but you know, that's another story. I ain't even gonna go there. But I'm
I
grown
got
now,
you.
you know. So you know, sometimes adults they get frustrated with students, and it's like, okay, you got a lot of energy, but I'm grown now. So what's up?
No, yeah, I mean, like I kind of got a similar story to that, but you know, actually it might. I think it was chemistry actually for me too in high school. A chemistry teacher, like I, I was, I might have been the only student in the history of school to get in trouble for not talking.
That's not cool. You don't get graded on participation anymore. That's not a thing.
She would call on me every day. But I don't know why I was beefing with her because she would call on me and the way the seats was like my back was to her. So like she would call my name like to answer something on board. I wouldn't turn around. I don't know why I was beefing with her. I really don't. But but saying all that to say, kind of going back to the point of, you know, teachers giving you game, like she actually gave me game at the end of the year. Like she was like, listen, you did enough work, right? You did enough work to pass my class, right? But you also was, you know, you also kind of had a tool. And I knew that. I understood that.
You had a tool?
Yeah, an attitude. Like about everything. And I knew that. Like I knew where she was coming from. I knew what it was, right?
Not
But
a tool.
I knew what it was, but she gave me game at the end, and she was like, "Look, you did enough work to pass, but always remember, never put yourself in a position where somebody else is making the decision about your outcome." And her telling me that, like no matter how much I beef with her, no matter how much I dislike this person at the time or whatever, that one thing stuck with me to this day. And for that alone, the respect is always there. You feel me?
I need to go to this. It's funny. I called my high school today randomly. I called I just want to say hi to the principal. You know, former teacher of mine. I just want to say hi, you know, check on everybody. And just reflect, you know, because sometimes you want to have a little conversation. I would like to have a conversation with all my old teachers, you know,
Yeah.
but half of it is like, hey, you know, things are going good. If you care, you know, I'm doing okay in life. But also just to have an understanding of how, you know, how my behavior or my attention in their class, like how was it, you know what I mean? And to try to help them understand I was passionate about a certain thing that I just didn't have enough access to here.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, I'm happy to go to school and be with friends. Maybe if I had a girlfriend or somebody I liked at the time. I don't think I had a girlfriend at my high school, but anybody I like, just, you know, I'm happy to be around that. But it's like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to do this, you know, I want to be, I want to have more time doing things that I'm interested in. I
Mm-hmm.
want to, you know, not even just like gym or basketball. Cause I made a couple teams, but it's like, you know, I just want to do more of what I do, you know? And again,
Yeah.
like the teacher that started me off incorporating video production in my projects, life changer. Like she really did, you know, because of her. And I can say, hey, I'm not that good in this subject. Can I please incorporate video production in this project? Can my presentation or project be a video?
Yeah.
Can I give you the information that you need me to display or show to the class, but let me do it via video? Not that I can't speak publicly, but I can.
I'm better with the visuals.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
Oh yeah, I get it. But again, that's why again, like I'm shedding a lot of light on this particular topic because not only are you, you know, sharing your experiences and how, you know, being granted an opportunity to have a camera in your hand and what it's turned into for you now, me also, like even with the podcast, for instance, like I did this off the muscle. Like we didn't have like a podcast, you know, whatever.
What
Like
school was it again?
I went to Central Penn College.
Wait, no, what high school did you go
Oh,
to?
high school. I went to FLC.
Yeah, FLC, yeah, magnet school.
No, yeah, but like with the pod, that was like some college situation. As far as FLC is concerned, like FLC was cool, as far as the academics is concerned, but it didn't have as much as I would have liked as far as like the arts. It's like we had a music class, but that was like
Wait,
kind of is
hold on. So, all right, I know how old you are now. I'm trying to think. So you were, I'm trying to think because FLC had a video program. WHYY came to FLC at a certain point.
yeah, they
So,
did. No, they did,
remember
but it was like it was to a point where it was like one you wouldn't have knew about it unless like you was in the know. You feel me?
somebody had to tell you.
Yeah, like you wouldn't have knew about it unless you like really was like that's like literally what you all you wanted to do, or you knew somebody that was doing like yo like they got this whatever. Like let's go do that. Like of course they had programs that got you to where you wanted to go in some capacity, but for it to be like yo this is accessible at any point in time, like from your freshman to your senior year,
It ain't.
like
It
yeah
wasn't.
it
My
was
knowledge, it
never
wasn't like that. I mean,
it was never like that.
if your class, I mean, if I was there, if I was at FLC, if I was the instructor at FLC and you popped up, say, yo, Powell, can I use a camera? I'd have let you. I definitely could have been. Because I don't think I'm trying to think if I could have been a teacher though, because I don't know.
Well, I mean, I was in high school from the end of 2012 to the middle of 16.
Nah, see, well, it's possible. I couldn't have been your real teacher, but
not my real teacher.
Yeah, not your because I graduated college in 2015.
Okay.
Right? So if you finish high school in 2016, that means in the fall, if we would have set up a program at your spot, you probably could have had me for 1 year, maybe, but in and out. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if you was like, yo, Powell, whatever you would have called me. Can I use the camera for this project real quick? I probably could have let you use it, but then maybe I could have said no, like, nah.
No, yeah, but like not to say FLC didn't provide us with opportunities to like reach our potential. It's just that like with me and you were talking about, like we needed in a an extensive way, like it got from start to finish, like at least just grant us the opportunity. Like if we want to do it, it's available. Like not all right, I want to do this and then add it.
How about that? How about a class for podcasting?
That would be dope. Like I said, like in college, right? Like they had a studio. I don't even know if they considered it a podcast studio, but me and a friend of mine's, we was like, yo, we having all these conversations at the calf. Like it would be dope to kind of put this on record. So yeah, so we like all right, fuck it. Like let's go put it on record. Like let's act around, see what we can do as far as a podcast. And when we came up with the name, logo, all the stuff, we went to the people that we needed to talk to that worked in the communications department, this, that, and the third. So we, they was like, yeah, like y'all can use the studio, like ain't nobody using it like for anything. Like it's just there. So we went, shot a few episodes there, and then once we graduated, we put that podcast to the side. I still wanted to do it. Came up with the HolloTalk podcast, but having that experience is like it was there, but it wasn't there. You feel me? So just me being persistent and pushing the envelope to say, yo, this is what I want to do. And if you have any resources of any kind, like let's go. And from that point to this point, I then worked on 3 or 4 podcasts. I then met some amazing people in the field of this. I'm on my 4th season of my own podcast. Like just that little spark, bro.
I gotta give you that.
just that little spark right there. It was like it got me here, and it ain't no telling how much further it's gonna get me. But just having that opportunity is like, yo, world changing for me.
No, I can see you taking out the stratosphere.
I hope so. I'm working towards it, man. Like each and every season, I'm adding something new to. I'm adding a new dimension to the podcast, and I'm having conversations with some amazing people. So that I give you a hand clap. They can't see it on the screen, but they can see it now. I give you a hand clap for that.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
You know, so thank you for being a part of this journey and allowing me to be a part of your journey as well.
I appreciate it. No, thank you. I'm excited to see the situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, we gonna work on some more things together. Like it's
I'm
some more
cooking up
films
something.
we gotta
Oh,
do.
listen, I'm currently working on something right now.
Me too.
So
Me
if you're
too.
interested, we gonna talk.
Oh, for sure. I might need you for a role or two.
I
We
told you,
working on some stuff.
hold on, this is my monologue. What do you mean? It's like, no. What do you mean? Nah, I'm ready though. I'm ready to
No, real talk, man. It is, and again, like I said, it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing outlet for people to just express themselves and just have that experience working with a team and playing a position, playing a role. Because like again, even for me, like I always knew I kind of wanted to do something like this or whatever, but not having the opportunity to do it, like I was like, yo, when I do get a chance to do it, am I going to be ready? Am I going to be good or whatever? But once I got the opportunity to actually do it, then I found out like, oh, this is way more simple than I thought it was. Like I actually am kind of good at this. And if I wasn't that good, at least I got the opportunity to get better. And nobody's saying, all right, just because you wasn't good this one time don't mean you won't get another chance. You know what I mean?
You gotta start somewhere. Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And if you don't have the opportunity nowadays, what we do, we make the opportunity.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that I'm pretty sure feel like that. I'm pretty sure there's millions of talented people who want to do something but just don't have the opportunity to do it, which then creates doubt in their mind of them being able to do it. When if they just had the opportunity to do it, they would know, damn, I'm pretty damn good at this,
Yeah,
and they would take it out the stratosphere, like you said.
yeah, exactly. So that's why we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, if I don't get exactly where I want to get, if I don't achieve like world renowned success or be like in a $1 million budget type film, I'm okay with living a good life, putting on for the youth, and just creating. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I can create films and rent out spaces and have screenings and invite people.
Yeah,
I mean, I can make a bunch of music videos. Maybe somebody will blow up one day. Maybe something goes viral. I mean, I had something go viral, but you know what I mean? You just still have fun, just loving the game. You know what I mean? I'm content with that. You know what I mean? Like I know how to live good, and I know how to create. So that's good. That's good enough for me, but you always one project away from taking off.
absolutely. So with that being said, right, like what some of the goals and aspirations that you have for yourself, and not in just the film space, but whatever space that you want to answer that question for.
Yeah. It's funny because I do. It's a goal because most of my goals I set for myself, I achieve it. It was so far fetched to become a full time teacher. It was kind of far fetched to be a professor. I didn't think I was gonna work for Channel 12. I didn't think I was gonna make my own movie. You know what I mean? But as far as goals, because I knocked out a lot. Honestly, I knocked out a lot of goals. Like these things I just listed was
Yeah.
goals. These things were goals coming up. But now my new goals: feature length film. I'm going to get done a feature length film. I want to be a full time professor, but that might be a little tougher. But I'll just throw it out there. I'll be a full time professor, and I do want to be on set with an important role with a major budget film. Like I just want to be on set and kind of just like soak up the vibes a little bit and catch a feel for how people in the industry do things. So I don't have much industry as far as like the industry, like Hollywood. I haven't brushed shoulders with the Hollywood people too much, but I am in the film industry. You know what I mean? So it's like
Right.
it's levels to it though, because as far as being known in the city, I've been brushing shoulders with people that's making things happen. I was a part of a feature length film that's going to be on like Amazon Prime and be
Okay.
distributed through like big platforms. So
Can
that's
can can you talk about that or no?
um well, yeah, the film is called Nobody's Son, produced and directed by Jimmy the Saint,
Okay.
Philadelphia. Jimmy, he does the Philadelphia Hip Hop Awards. just had a award show. I think like I saw coverage from like Fox 29 was there. But Jim has like a deal with Amazon, and that's like whoa, the same platform that Coming to America was premiered on. You know, just
Facts.
big deal. Like the Netflix, the Amazon, all those streaming platforms. I mean, Netflix is kind of falling down because like everything else is building up.
Yeah.
Yo, Stars, Paramount, Disney Plus. There's so many streaming platforms now, but he's doing some big things, and he gave me the opportunity to be a part of my first feature length film.
It's dope, man.
But I need one under my belt personally, under 2/3 films. You know what I mean?
For sure. For sure. That's all the goals, aspirations you got?
Right now, yeah. That's the most I mean, yeah, I mean I did it. Man, I did a lot. I'm happy. I'm happy with the way things are going. You know what I mean? Be a millionaire. You know what I mean? Get real rich and be able to really put on. But besides that, just for a full-time professor, I think that would be love. The feature length under 2/3 films would be love. Want to hit some film festivals. I just want to keep working. I want to keep working. I want to get money, put on for the youth. Be great to my family. You know what I'm saying? Be a great father, be a great son, be a great brother. Just live good. Put in that work.
Okay. All right. Listen, bro, I respect it 100%. If anything, just the time that I've known you, I could tell that's not out of arm's reach at all.
Oh yeah, not at all. It's hard. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to believe that I achieved so many of my goals. Like I really achieved a lot of my goals in life. Like I can't believe every time I set a goal, like I set goals and I achieved them. But once Ramadan is over, I'll brag a little bit more because I kind of fell back. But
for sure,
I'm happy, and it shouldn't be like a silence. I shouldn't have to silence my accomplishments. I am happy. It's something that means a lot to me, so I should be able to say that to the world, like, "Yo, I did that."
100%. You should though. Like you should definitely give yourself credit, and this is for anybody. Like you should give yourself credit for achieving goals. Like it's cool to get an applause from other people or whatever, but it's not mandatory for them to give it to you. You feel me? Like you doing this first for you. You putting in the work yourself, and not to say you ain't got no help along the way, but at the end of it, is you putting in the work, you trying to achieve these goals. So like Snoop said at the Walk of Fame, like I want to thank me first and foremost. Like you should feel like that. You definitely should feel like that. Pat yourself in the back here and there. Facts. Nice. So you got any questions for me, man, or like anything else you want to like touch on that you want to have a featured conversation about? Anything?
Right now, no. We could leave that for part 2, but I just want to tell you, keep up the good work. I only know you for like maybe a few weeks now, but I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, bro.
I see the ambition, like the hunger is in your eyes, the ambition is in your eyes. You seem talented. You know what I mean? I'm proud of what you're doing with your podcast. Like I appreciate the conversation. You seem like a sharp young brother. You know what I mean? And like where your heart is, like even wanting to talk about like a black man, in the education field.
Absolutely.
Like for that to be an interest in something you care about at your age. Most people only care about a couple things at your age. You know what I'm saying? But you seem like you got some good
but that's because that's something that I truly can relate to. Like the first teacher of mine in my school and career was a black man, a young black man who really looked out for me, and somebody that I looked up to and said, yo, like this is something that I could aspire to be like. So carrying that from the age of 5 up until the age of 24 or whatever, like that meant a whole lot. Like I could count on like one hand, and I probably can't even get to 5 if I could count how many black male teachers I've had. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm same. You know what I mean? Like even them try to think teachers, like high school, we didn't have any black men. We had an African guy. He was cool, Mr. Kane. He was an NTA, but teachers, no, Mr. H. I had a black gym teacher in elementary school. had a black music teacher, but he was an instrument person, so he traveled to the school like that. I'll come once in a while. Black women, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Black men, black principal. I can't. Yeah, we didn't have any black men in my high school. Interesting. They should probably hire me.
Listen,
I'll call him later. Yo, maybe I should hire him now. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I don't think I work for everyone though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm too organic. Like I'm not really meant to be in a box. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to level up and just stay a boss and create the opportunities, because being in a box, I don't know if it necessarily works for me because I'm pretty outspoken. Maybe it do work though.
I mean, it could. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, I'm not
that. I don't think I'm that bad. Cause like my first principal that I had at Overbrook. Well, honestly, both principals, they both were great. I'm proud of them. Two strong black women. Proud of both of them. I appreciate y'all. If y'all see this, y'all are lit. I appreciate y'all. But the first one, when I first got there, it was super organic. Like the relationship, she was really cool. She was supportive. You know what I mean? I think she appreciated, and being able to put me in that position. Like I think she appreciated that, the whole opportunity for all of us to create something special. And even as the second one, like she was on the same type time. But I know the first one in particular, like she's the one who hired me to be there in the first place. So yeah, it's all love.
All right, so look, this will be my suggestion, because like I'm interested to see what like what your feelings is about seeing the episodes that I'm going to suggest to you in a second. But you should definitely check out both of my episodes where I had two of my college professors on there. So one was a white woman and one was a black woman. Two of my favorite people in my schooling career. Two of my favorite episodes I've ever done on a pod. But being that you're also in education, I want to see what your responses to seeing those episodes and seeing the dialogue between me and the professors and everything.
Okay. Yeah, you guys, send it through.
Yeah, so once we get off this, I'm gonna definitely send it through, and you let me know what you think. But for this episode, I mean, I'm pretty much sure we covered everything for the most part. Like I said, unless it's something else you want to talk about, any questions you want to ask, you can. Like I said, you can ask me whatever. Like, by all means, like we rocking.
I'm trying to think if I got any questions off the back right now. Nah, I'll save it. I'm gonna save it.
You sure?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna save it.
I mean, listen, we here, bro. We here. Like, if you want to ask, like, go ahead.
It'd be more so like personal questions, like
it don't matter.
Just about like your upbringing, your neighborhood, and all that. Like I'll be interested in stuff like that. Like, where you from? Like, if you from a hood, you from the suburbs? How was that? Was you maneuvering around? Was you riding down Broad Street and all that stuff like that? Like that's besides other topics, like just more of your background. Like, what type of time were you on?
You want me to answer this question? Like, this is what you want me to answer? I'm from Uptown. I'm from Germantown, Mount Airy area.
But like, all right, I mean, like, where you from though? Like, what
block? Like Pastores and Baton.
Pastores. All right. So all right, boom. You going up Germantown Ave. So that's where you from though. You don't live there no more.
No, I don't live there no more. No.
All right, cool. So you go up Germantown. I know where Pastores is. Germantown to Pastores.
Like you know P&B, right? Like,
I mean, not
like
really.
like P&B Rock and all that.
I guess.
No, yeah.
I know who P&B is.
Yeah, we all from the same.
Oh, you from P&B?
Yeah.
Oh, Pastores and Baton.
Yeah.
So you P&B?
I mean, I know the people. Let's say that I'm younger than all of them. So,
what was you doing in the hood growing up?
I mean, just like playing around in the street. Like going to my bros' football games and all that. Just regular kid stuff. Like,
so bar like, so, but you never got into nothing crazy. Like you never like you wasn't like in your neighborhood fighting or like jumping people and nothing like that.
No, I mean, as a kid, like, I mean, of course you would have like little fights and stuff like that, but other than that, I was no, come on now.
I'm just asking.
No, I mean, I was a kid, like I did kid stuff, like.
Well, I mean, when you at a certain age, if you jump somebody, that's like a felony, that's serious. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying I was a kid. I'm talking about like a little kid. I ain't jump nobody, nothing like that.
You
Like I
stayed
just
from,
I play football on the side with the rest of the kid. Like I did all
yeah,
that.
you was a good kid. You
I
stayed
was,
away from like violence and guns and drugs.
yeah, I never, bro.
You never had
Never been a part of my life, man.
like these are hot questions. I'm just saying. So you never had friends that was like in the streets, like involved, and they try to get you around, and you had to say no.
No, of course, everybody got people that they know, or to that do what they do. But lucky for me, being raised by two amazing parents and having a great family structure, like we was always kept away from all of that type of stuff. So
That's
I never had to, you know, get into that kind of lifestyle.
that's good. Did you ever lose any friends or family to gun
Of
violence?
course, of course.
How'd that make you feel?
Uh, I'm pretty sure it make me feel like anybody else. Like you feel sad, you feel shitty, you feel like damn, somebody out I've really known somebody I've talked to, shared space with is no longer here due to whatever the case may have been. Like it also just makes you become more aware of your surroundings, how you interact with different people, and also what's important to you, the path that you're on, the path that you want to cultivate for yourself and the people around you. Getting to a place where that's not frequent, that's not prevalent, it's not prominent.
Hmm.
All those things.
You didn't want to get revenge?
No, it's I only can control what I can control.
So if somebody do something to a close person, a close friend or a family member, you don't want to say, all right, we got to get them back. You don't think like that?
I only can control what I can control.
I mean, you can control going
No,
and get.
I know. But what I'm saying is just just as far as my life and where I see myself going, I know that anything that's not on the path of me getting to where I want to go, I can indulge in. That's just me.
What do you think about the current state of Philly right now with all of the murders and violence?
I mean, it's sad, honestly. Turning on the news and watching the news is like the most depressing shit in the world. Like,
Yeah.
you turn the news to see the weather, and they be like, another killing, whatever has happened. Like, you be like, I'm tired of watching this shit. It goes back to our conversation earlier about like this is some real life PTSD that we're all going through unknowingly, or you know and it's been happening for a long time. So
Do you do anything that helps the current state of Philly right now? Like, do you do anything to kind of fix the situation? Do you want to get out? Are you okay being like you live in Philly right now?
yeah,
Are you okay living in Philly? Like, or do you want to fix it? Do you want to get out, or do what's like? How do you feel about it? I mean, it seems like it's getting worse. I mean, I don't know what I can do to fix it, but what I do now, I mean, I would like to think that some of the stuff I do helps. My neighborhood and people I grew up with, the youngins and all that. I don't know. My journey's been a little interesting as far as friends and family and the losses I took. I lost a lot of people. That's why I'm kind of probably
right,
a little messed up about all the people I lost. Like even someone that's like my brother, my uncle. We were raised like brothers, about around the same age. He had me
right.
like a year. But I always think, do I want to stay here and fight to make it better? Do I want to add to the numbers for my get back? Do I want to get away as far as possible and stay out? You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. Like, how do you approach it?
No, I mean, I would tell like, well, I would tell you to, you got a lot of good things going for
Oh yeah,
yourself, like a lot, and being that you're in a position that you in, you're helping the situation to as much as you can. You controlling what you could control. You put in a positive influence out there for kids and young adults to hear and see and learn from. You know,
Sometimes.
no, I right, but you know, for the
No, you know
most
what?
part.
I say this. If I ever been on the wrong side of things in life, I can guarantee that it's been more good than bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm human. People feel how they feel. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I had the interesting, maybe a conversation for another day, but like my upbringing was just like interesting. You know what I mean? Um, I wasn't out here killing nobody. You know what I'm saying? By a long shot, I wasn't out here doing. I don't think I did. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, no, I'm joking. add to the rates, but I had to shake a lot of things off too, like a certain mindset. You know what I mean? But you always gotta defend yourself, whatever. But as far as like being a part of the problem was never anything I wanted to do. If anything, I always wanted to be a part of the solution. I could have easily did things to add to like some of the BS that's going on in the city, as far as giving advice, giving resources, being a part of it, like physically. It's like I'm not with it. It breaks my heart how the current state of the city, youngins, friends, family that gets caught up in the nonsense. It's like it gives me like a bad feeling in my gut. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I just, like, when PNB said my city needs something, like he didn't lie. Like, it really does. It really did. It still does. And I try my best sometimes to even talk to some of the people that I know for a fact is in the mix. I try to talk to them, but it's like, what can I do? And then I had to slow down with certain music videos because I felt like I was pushing a narrative that I don't agree with. Like, I'm telling kids in person, like, yo, do this, do that, be good. But then I'm posting a music video with a bunch of young boys waving guns and talking about killing ops.
yeah, yeah.
Like, a big contradiction, and I was starting to feel a little uneasy about it. Like, it just was an uneasy feeling, and I'm like, nah, I gotta stop this.
Let me ask you a question because like I'm that's interesting what you just said. So being that you are creative and an artist, right? Like how do you not how do you, but do you go into creating your art with the intent of I want to make this art represent something specific, or is it just art at the end of the day? Like what's your mindset going into it?
Entertainment. I mean, I did a lot of videos. Like, I did 86 music videos. 80 was
Oh
86,
wow.
like 83, 86 music videos in 2020. But I treat it like entertainment. Somebody got a song, maybe I like it, maybe I don't. If I like it, like, bet, we lit. Let me make a visual that really complements this song. Entertainment. Documentaries, more meaningful message. My movie, stronger message. You know what I mean? Talking about the ongoing cycle of violence. Someone gets killed, we want revenge. We knock off somebody, probably didn't have the right person, because we just, somebody die on a pastor and Pastores and Battle. What is it called again?
Pet stories and baiting.
Beating, right? Yeah. So like that neighborhood room, somebody get killed right there. Somebody that I love. So me and my folks, we're gonna go to Pastores and Baiting. We don't know exactly who killed this person, but if somebody's out there, we need somebody, because the whole neighborhood is gonna feel it, right? Then somebody down there get killed. Their friends and family do the same thing. All right, we got to go get some get back. So we gonna take off somebody. Maybe it's the wrong person. So then that family is feeling, their friends and family feels away. Then they need some get back. The ongoing cycle is like that revolving door. Keeps going and keeps going. Get back, get back, get back, and revenge is killing the city. You know what I mean? People just want to catch wreck just because sometimes. And it's sad. I feel bad about it. I wanted to change. You know what I mean? But it's one of them things though. So it's, yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't know what happened to my folks. Some people might do. You know what I mean? But I just know about, like, every time we lost somebody and how people feel, and just revenge. People always want revenge, and I think that starts it off. Once blood is shed, it's like people keep going. I think that's a big problem in the city, especially with like the younger people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm mature enough to be at peace with some things, me personally. But you can't say the same for everyone. Other people They don't think logically. They don't care about the consequences. And like when I made my film, I just really wanted to talk about that. Like you don't know what happened. I didn't know what happened. They don't know what happened. But people still want some type of revenge. They need some blood. And then you just that ongoing cycle. That was like the main thing I wanted to tell. So overall, when it comes down to visuals, I do depends on what it is. I can say music videos for the most part is entertainment, unless I get like a song with a strong message and they really want to talk about something. I feel like I did a few of those. But when it comes to narratives and documentaries, I'm really trying to talk to the viewers. Like I'm trying to talk to you. I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Even if it's through a 20-minute, 40-minute, hour and a half long movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I mean that's more on the darker side though, because
I
it's
get
something
it.
I think about all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm out the way. I'm in Jersey somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like
I get it, man.
yeah.
But yeah, that's tough. It is. Shit, I don't.
I know, yeah, got you a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like you just sit back and think about it. Like it's just real sad how things just turn out like in the world. Like you know, especially like over like the last like 2 or 3 years, just with everything going on, like you're in a health crisis, then people going crazy, people wilding, like, then we got wars going on, you just gotta sit back and be like, yo, like I really just gotta say thank God for for
Yeah.
looking out for me and the people closest to me, and just take a moment to just say thank you. Like,
Oh, for real.
yeah, man. But you got any more questions? Like
No, that was, no,
any lighter questions?
no, no, that's about it though. I mean, for now, I mean, hopefully we can get back on and talk a little more,
Absolutely.
different topics.
Oh
There's
yeah,
so much.
when we have our film premiere, man, we definitely got to get everybody to come on here so we could all talk about our experience with
That'd
the
be fun.
film. That'd be real dope to have.
You want to enjoy the screening, like the whole rollout is going to be amazing. It's going to be a beautiful situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you're a part of it. And I just want you to look for more opportunities too. So, but I'm around, I can be a resource to you.
For
And I'm
sure.
not saying call me and say, yo, can you can't give me $1,000, but if I can put you on opportunities, people, something that I think can help take things to the next level, I'm all for it. Hey, where can I go for this? I might can help you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Vice versa. I know I got you by a couple years, but
Oh
you're never too old to get game, information, and knowledge from people in general. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
I take game from a 15-year-old if it's legit.
Yeah,
If
if it's valid, for
it's
sure.
valid. But yeah, man, like, I appreciate you having me on.
No, absolutely. So the last thing that I promise you is the last thing. So
Mhm.
like I said, this customary to the HolloTalk podcast for every guest that come on. I asked for them to give 3 gems, to the people for them to take away from this conversation. It could be anything, but 3 gems if you got it.
3 gems. First thing, take care of your health. Health is wealth. Take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's just making sure you wash up every day, make sure you brush your teeth, make sure little small
Facts. No,
things.
that's facts though. That's facts.
Whether you work out a little bit, make sure you're not eating too many bad things, whether you're not smoking too much, drinking too much. Take care of your health. Second, it's nothing wrong with always being a student. You're never too old and never at a certain position where you can't learn new information, learn new knowledge.
Yeah.
Always be open-minded to something new. You know what I'm saying? Don't get stagnant. I mean, if you're at Jeff Bezos and the other dude level, riches, maybe you can say, all right, maybe I can chill. But as far as like the average, the everyday people, just always be open-minded and open to learning new things. You know what I mean? Never get too big-headed. And the last thing I'll say, loyalty is royalty. You always need loyal people in your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like if you find a different job opportunity, don't take it. But as far as like friends and family and the people that you need in your life, the people that you look to for support from your left, from your left to your right, not like financial things, but you always need someone.
Yeah,
Just be loyal to
absolutely.
people. Be good to them. Be a good friend. Be a good family member. Try to help out in the things that you normally don't want to do. Maybe a friend might need you to drop a half hour, but you're the last resort. Help
Yeah.
them out because we all get in positions sometimes where we need that. And loyalty means the world, and you always need a friend. You know what I'm saying? Try your best to be the best friend possible. I'm not saying you have to be a friend's best friend, but be the best friend you can be. Just be there, support people, be good. You know what I'm saying? Open up your heart sometimes, just help people out, be there. Whether it's an ear, whether you might have to drive a half hour to help your friend do something that they just can't get done without help. Just be there, supportive.
That's a
You know what I mean?
fact.
So,
That's a fact, man. Well, man, listen, I can't thank you enough for coming on the pod and taking some time out to talk with me. We really had a great conversation. We touched on a lot of different things, some good things, some emotional things. Like we talked about a lot, and for that, I truly, truly, truly thank you, man.
absolutely, man. I appreciate you having me on. I can't wait to see this. You know what I'm saying? I'm a texture. I need my little clip or something. I just tell the world we just did this. You know what I'm saying? It's exciting. And you're doing a great job too. Like even just the way you speak and keep things flowing. Like I'm feeling this. So I'm looking forward to the next 4 seasons.
No, yeah, I mean, I hope I made your pod experience, or at least your first pod experience on the HolloTalk podcast, a worthwhile one, man.
Oh, it feel good. I'm looking forward to seeing the final result. I'm looking forward to sharing it. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I didn't say anything too crazy where people are gonna be like, man, Tyreece. But I keep it PC overall. If I know, I mean, this is me. This is me for the most part. So
Yeah, I mean that's all I ever ask from anybody that comes on the Hollow Talk podcast. Just be yourself. Feel comfortable. Just talking. Don't feel like you gotta hold anything back. Because it's too many places just in our life where you gotta put on a face and not be yourself or feel like you can't say certain things. And I try to provide a platform where people feel comfortable being comfortable with themselves.
absolutely. I mean, I'll give you a fourth gem.
All right.
Advice to people. You definitely want to be yourself at all times, but when it comes to how you promote yourself publicly and what type of image you put out there for the world to see,
Mm-hmm.
just always make sure you put your best foot forward. You don't want to come across a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be organic, but be mindful that you're putting this out to the world to see. You know what I'm saying? So I'll leave it there.
All right. Well, man. I thank you so much, man. Not just for this, but like for all your help and your game on set. I appreciate that too, and I'm very very much looking forward to seeing what the final product looks like and being around all the wonderful people at the cast and crew again once we do the film premiere. It was an honor and a blessing to be a part of it. So thank y'all for that, man.
Listen, thank you for being a part of it.
Absolutely, man. I'm just glad I was able to put my best foot forward and make it do what it do.
Thank man. I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be out very soon.
Oh,
And
it's very soon. Okay.
very soon. Oh yeah, very soon, real soon.
All
I
right.
leave the summer, so it ain't like you gotta wait till next year.
Oh, all right. Bet.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just coming right around the corner.
All right. Well, again, man, I thank you. I appreciate you. It's all love on this side. And I also want to say thank you to the Hollow Talk podcast listeners and supporters for supporting us through and through each and every week. You know, I, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, done.
All right, man. You have a blessed one, and I'll definitely get with you soon.
Let's get it. All
All
right.
right.